Thank you for signing up for Nintex Sign. You should have received an invitation for Nintex Sign from Adobe. Go ahead and click the accept invitation. Fill out your password and sign up and the rest of your details to sign up. And lastly, you should have received one final email from Adobe linking you to your Adobe Sign admin page. Now let's look at how to connect Nintex Sign to Nintex Workflow for SharePoint on-prem. First thing we'll need to do is open up the Workflow Designer and search for Nintex Sign in our list of connectors. Go ahead and drag and drop the Nintex Sign connector onto the page, and then we'll click to configure it. I already have a Nintex Sign connector set up, so let's take a look at how mine's configured. Simply click on the configure button. Set up your initiator. This is going to be the email address associated with the Adobe Sign account. So this is the same email address you use to log in to Adobe Sign. Next, you'll set up your recipients. So these are the people who you want to actually fill out the agreement or get a copy of it. So I'm going to send it off to one signer. I'm going to set my agreement name to contract. I'm going to add any relevant messaging, and then select where I'm actually storing the document that I want to use to send out via Nintex Sign. Whether that's the SharePoint library or stored somewhere within Nintex Sign. In this case, I'm going to use a library, set the URL, and then I'm going to tell it where I want to store the signed agreement. I'll store it back within documents in a document library. Now that I've finished configuring the connector, I can go ahead and click save, publish my workflow, and click submit. Now, once this workflow is published, I can jump over to my list of workflows, whether I'm in a list, a library, or a site, and then I can go ahead and run my workflow. Click start. And what's going to happen is that initiator is going to receive an email, and it's going to ask them to authorize the Nintex Sign account with their Adobe Sign account. So in just a moment, I'll jump over to my email inbox here. Great, we just received our request for authorization, so we can come back to our email inbox, open that up, authorize access by clicking on this authorize access link, log into our Adobe Sign account, click sign in. May ask us to log in just one more time. Once that's been authorized, we should receive a message confirming our authorization. And we can go ahead and close out that window, and our workflow should have kicked off via Nintex Sign in our Nintex workflow.